Hello friends, welcome you once again in our own channel Vriha Krishna Book Summary. Friends, we are discussing a book called Dying to Be Me, and it is written by Anita Moorjani. It is about her near-death experience. Friends, we have completed each chapter of this book, and if you want to know what is near-death experience and what message author wants to give us all through this book, then you can go to channel's playlist and you can listen previous 8 chapter. Friends, we discuss here books chapter wise. So in this episode we are discussing listening chapter 9, and its title is Realizing the Miracle. So let's again deep dive into author's beautiful journey and see what message author wants to give us all through this book, what is near death experience and how she described it through this book. So let's start. As I lay there in the hospital, even before anyone informed my brother Anup that I was in a coma and my final stage of life, he sensed something was wrong. Anup was living in Pune, India, and something compelled him to contact a travel agent and book a flight to Hong Kong. When he called, he requested a ticket for later that very day because he felt a sense of urgency. When Danny called my brother's home in Pune to inform him of my condition and tell him to come as soon as possible, my sister-in-law, Mona, picked up the phone and told Danny that Anup was already on his way. As I lay comatose on my bed, I could hear Danny whispering, "Please, please come back. I am going to wait right here for you, even if it takes a lifetime. Dear Danny, I hope you will always know how much I love you." I found myself wanting to communicate with him. "Please don't worry about me. I am fine. I wish I could share with you what I now know. That body whose hand you are holding isn't the real me. We will always be together, connected through all of time and space. Nothing can separate us. Even if I physically die, we will never be apart. Everything is perfect, just as it is. I know that now, and I want you to know it too." My husband continued to stay at my bedside throughout the morning and well into the day, watching all the dials and meters above me and holding my hand. My eyes started to flicker open around 4 p.m. and my vision was very blurred. Then I heard my brother's voice and I could feel myself trying to smile. "Hey sis, welcome back," Anup said with audible joy. "You made it," I exclaimed. "I knew you were going to be here. I saw you coming on the plane." He looked a little bewildered but dismissed my comment. My family was just happy that I appeared to be coming around. My mother was there too, smiling as she took my hand. I was confused because I didn't realize I had been comatose and I couldn't yet fully comprehend what was happening or understood that I was no longer in the other realm. The doctor walked in and looked both surprised and pleased to see me awake. Welcome back. We are all so worried about you, he said. Good evening. It's good to see you again, Dr. Chan, I replied, somewhat groggily. How did you recognize me? He asked with obvious surprise on his face. Because I saw you, I told him. Aren't you the one who removed the fluid from my lungs in the middle of the night because I was having difficulty breathing? He was visibly puzzled as he said, Yes, but you were in a coma the whole time. Your eyes were closed. He tried to dismiss it as he went on. This is a really pleasant surprise. I didn't expect to see you awake, but I came to deliver some good news for your family. The test result for your liver and kidney function just came in and indicate that they are starting to function again. He looked very pleased. After the doctor had gone, I asked to my husband Danny, wasn't he the doctor who told you my organs had already shut down and that I wouldn't make it and only had a few hours to live? How did you hear that? Danny asked. He didn't say that in this room. We had that conversation down the corridor, about 40 feet away. Over the following days, I was slowly able to tell my family what had happened in the other realm, and I also described a lot of things that had taken place while I was in the coma. I could describe many of procedures I had undergone, and I identified the doctors and nurses who had performed them, to the surprise of everyone around. When the other oncologist performed his routine checkup, he couldn't hide his surprise. Your tumors have visibly shrunk considerably in just these 3 days, he exclaimed. I don't know what to make of you, Dr. Chan said when he came to see me during his morning rounds. I don't even know what to write in your file. Your case is truly remarkable. Slowly, very slowly. In fact, the understanding of what had happened was coming to me. As my mind cleared and I began to remember the details of what had taken place, I found myself wanting to cry about every little thing. There was a tinge of sadness at leaving behind the amazing beauty and freedom of the other realm. At the same time, I still found myself happy and grateful over being back and reconnecting with my family. I was crying tears of both regret and joy simultaneously. In addition, I felt a bond with everyone in a way I never had before. Not only all the members of my family, but every nurse, doctor, and orderly who came to my room. I had an outpouring of love for each person who came to do something for me or take care of me in any way. This wasn't a form of affection that I was familiar with. I felt as though I were connected to them all at a deep level and knew everything they were feeling and thinking, almost as though we shared the same mind. My bed was next to the window. One of the nurses asked me if I'd like to sit up and look outside. I realized that I hadn't seen the outside world for some time, so I felt excited by the prospect and said yes, absolutely. The nurse propped me up, and the moment I looked out the window, my eyes welled up. I couldn't keep myself from crying. It hadn't registered until that moment that the hospital was located only a few blocks away from my childhood home in Happy Valley. So there I was, looking at almost the very same view I had as a child. I could see the horse racetrack in front of the hospital building and the tram line I had ridden with my nanny. As I gazed teary eyed at the scenes of my childhood, I felt as though I had come full circle. What a message! I am getting another chance. I can make a fresh start. Everything seems so fresh and sharp and beautiful, as though I were looking at it for the first time. The colors were brighter than I knew them to be, and I was noticing every detail as if for the first time, as though I were a child again. The view couldn't have been more ordinary, yet it was the best I had seen in a long time, maybe ever. So, friends, that's all for chapter 9, Realizing the Miracle. Friends, if you find this book interesting and listen more such chapter from this book, then please do subscribe my channel, like my videos, share it with your friends, family. And friends, if you want to listen from chapter 1, then you can go to channel's playlist. Here you can click Dying to Be Me and you can find from chapter 1st to chapter 9. So friends, we will meet again with chapter 10. Till then, take care. Bye.